Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. This is part of the new 2023 series I'm running called MCU Sundays. It's where we take different tabletop RPGs and play within the Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline. Usually post the Avengers movies, but I also have a series of Survivors of the Snap, which takes place between Endgame and Infinity War, in that space after the snap, before the blip. But this is all post blip, so caught up to current-ish timeline. In fact, so much so that we even have Doctor Strange Mountains of, or in the Multiverse of Madness. I always want to say mountains because Call of Cthulhu, and this series has gone on for, this is Masks, and it's gone on for a couple of months now. We've had some pretty zany adventures. We started in the Mojoverse, whereupon the group found out that they were not in New York, but actually in a fake New York, shooting a TV for Mojo himself. Doreen Green, member of the group who will join us shortly, convinced Mojo via a contract and with several non-disclosure and hard outs that, better ratings if you send us to the real Earth. And so you were sent to the real Earth. This motley crew ended up in New York City, the real one this time, 616 universe, even though we have some multiversal shenanigans going on. And the very young Doreen Green, as well as a member of the Talokan, Andromeda, Quicksilver, and the Supermarine, all had some interesting adventures involving a Doombot that one thought was Doom but wasn't Doom. The Terrible Trio, a group of low-powered, nefarious folk who ran in the face of too much danger because they not paid that much. Like, that's so that then led the crew to having to up ratings by becoming a high school show and going to the Brooklyn Visions Academy, running into none other than Ghost Spider, who happened to know, as most all superheroes in New York City knew, Doreen Green, aka the Squirrel Girl. There was also, before the high school thing, a Magneto, like all dads, oops, all dads edition of the
Battle
show.
Royale.
Dad, I never get tired of that. Where not only did Magneto of this universe or multiverse, 616, question mark 616, because the X-Men movies aren't exactly MCU canon, but anyway, a Magneto showed up, as well as Atuma, the father of Andromeda, and huge fights broke out. Magneto stole Atuma's weapon because it was made of vibranium. Rich, no, yes, thank you, yes, vibranium. Sorry, I did watch Wakanda Forever. I'm not that bad. And absconded with it, as well as stealing one Quicksilver, who went, yeah, okay, Dad. Okay, you're not my real dad, but okay, I'll go. And they left. And then Andromeda went to high school, even though we don't know exactly what happened with her father, who did cause some major catastrophic damage in downtown New York. So that's probably going to have some follow-on effects that we'll deal with next week. And then in last week's episode, it was a CW-styled high school with superheroes stuff with Ghost Spider, Coach Rumpelfort, the gym coach, a feisty security guard, and then the Fantastic Four showed up because of failed rolls and a mech stomping around in the parking lot. After the Fantastic Four showed up, there was someone faking it until they make it in a basketball game, a girls' basketball game, as well as Spider Gwen slash Ghost Spider, and a Squirrel Girl discovering the wonder that Coach Rumpelfort evidently is actually an alien of some kind. And what does that mean? and I think we ended with Betty Carter at oh goodness gracious, Rich just spaced. Hold on, must look at New York City NPCs at what's the tower? Crap. Fantastic
Oh
Force
yeah.
Tower. Oh wow, I feel so dumb.
No,
Why do I always
wasn't Baxter or
the Baxter
something that?
Building? Thank you very much.
Yes.
Good work. Yes, the Baxter Building. At the Baxter Building, working alongside Sue Storm, who uh, had some concerns about all this portaling to other dimensions and multiverses. Like one maybe should have such concerns. But yeah, I think that's about where we ended things. Anything that I missed, Danielle? I think that covers it more or less. Okay, cool. Let's pick up with Pietro to figure out that where has Pietro been?
Yeah, where I been?
Yeah, I thought quite a bit about this. My first thought was Asteroid M, but then I thought, but wait, Pietro's part of a whole group of people, and that sure does put him far away. So I decided against it, even though I do have some big feels for Asteroid M.
We'll get it
Uh,
in another game.
in another game, we'll have a whole Asteroid M game, and one day we're gonna have a Krakoa game. But I got to catch up on all the Sword of X, Earth X, all those crazy Krakoa stories before I try to tackle such things. So instead, the establishing shot of where Pietro has been is we dip down into the Hudson River, and we see that there is a giant super sentinel wreck, like a sentinel, the robots that I'm also trying to make sure Danielle knows where I'm going with this.
Oh.
These humongous titanic robots that were created specifically to hunt down mutants. There is a wrecked one, colossal one in the Hudson River, and that has been converted to the headquarters of the Brotherhood, the Mutant Brotherhood. Um, Although, really, it should be called like a fellowship so that we don't have to be so gendered. But I'm just rolling with the historic name. Perhaps Magneto needs to take a few classes or be a little more sensitive. So, if you look in the NPCs, not in New York City NPCs, you'll see the Brotherhood, and you'll see that our cast of the Brotherhood at current is sadly a very all guys thing of Magneto, Avalanche, the Blob, and Pyro. So it is. It's a pretty aggressive grip, but we pick up with. I think it's been a couple of days. So Pietro being a very fast learner, just not just a runner, but also a very fast learner. How do you imagine Pietro has approached this uh, this version of Dominicos Petrakis? Because you were friends with the Avalanche of your universe.
Yeah, I was friends with the Avalanche and the Blob of my universe. The Pyro of my universe, as far as I'm aware, was no, actually, no, he was older in my universe.
That's
Uh,
right.
I'm trying to remember. I was like, wasn't he with X-Men? Wait, no, actually, he wasn't because later seasons. But so yeah, so he's younger in this verse, but was older in my verse. So I think at first he tried to just approach them as his friends, as he would have beforehand. And my question then to you, Rich, is how did that go? Because that will then inform how.
Nice. Cool. So first of all, I think the reason Pyro is younger here is of the group, he did vanish during the snap.
Ooh,
So
okay.
he had disappeared for 5 years, whereas Fred Dukes, uh, Dominicos, and as far as you know, Eric, were here the whole time. Magneto doesn't really talk about
Yeah,
such
that
things.
snap. Yeah, the snap thing. I still don't understand it very much, but meh.
Yeah, like half the people went. Just roll a d10 and maybe. So the answer to your question is Fred Dukes probably wasn't too sure about you, but he's not going to pick a fight with Magneto. And Magneto said, "This is my son." And so he just said, "Okay, fine. You had some kind of baby mama out there," and he didn't really care.
Mhm.
Dominicos is curious about you, so I think he's been friendly, but you get the feeling that his friendly demeanor is also trying to figure out if you're a threat.
Yeah. I keep asking him where his Jeep is.
I don't. We're underwater.
Yeah, but your Jeep.
And
You
have
love
you
your Jeep.
ever paid? Do you have any idea how much it costs to store a vehicle in New York City?
No.
The answer is too much. Pyro has been very friendly. As far
Mhm.
as you know, it's genuine. Maybe he is. Like he's I'm the welcoming committee.
Yeah.
I'm just here to whatever I can do for you, son of Eric. That's what I call him because we're close. Me and your dad,
Your dad.
close.
Okay, you're close with my dad. That's interesting choice.
It's like his right hand man, basically.
Okay,
You
because
know.
usually his right hand man is actually a woman, but her name's Mystique. Have you ever seen Blue?
Oh yeah. We know her. She flip flops a lot. She's really hard to nail down. It's a whole deal. Our history with Mystique is complicated.
It's complicated back home too.
Interesting. Yeah, I've got to get used to this because you're dead here. You're aware of that.
Oh, he
The
gets kind of
you here is dead.
yeah. I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Also, the you here was taller.
What?
You
That's
guys are
because he was
not
older.
twins.
That's because he was older. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, you still got to grow into it. Okay, cool.
I'm
Yeah, cool,
17.
cool. Oh, well, there you go. You'll grow into it. Uh, cool. So, how much has Eric told you about what we're up to? He leans in. You guys are. We'll say that you're like in a cafeteria, that a makeshift cafeteria, because it's a lot of metal, so you can
Yeah.
have just about any room you want.
Yeah.
Magneto walks in. All right, that's a
Just
cafeteria. Ooh, this happens.
just a stack of plates everywhere. Just like food, just constantly. Yeah.
Nice. And
So
then
much
over
food.
at one of the other tables, because it's like picnic table style, because that's
Mhm.
easy enough to make out of one sheet of metal, is the
Yeah.
blob who's eating as much as you are, and he looks over at you and he seems a little jealous, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. I just smile back because I definitely had eating contests with my blob back in the day. And he's told me a lot, lots of things, which is bullshit. Pietro knows nothing. I feel like Magneto just dropped him off here
Yeah, he
and
did.
has not said like how
Go
even
and go and commiserate with the Brotherhood.
let's go.
I'll call
To
you when I
everyone.
need you.
Yeah. Just sad, slightly saddening, but he's like, yeah, no, he's told me everything. Me and Pops, we're on perfect terms.
Oh, you are cool,
Oh yeah,
good. Maybe,
totally.
who knows? Maybe we'll be like co-right hand men, or you could be on the left hand.
I'm ambidextrous. I'll go either way.
Oh, are you? Neat. He like drinks a little bit, and then Avalanche will come in, and choosing between Blob eating a lot and you and Pyro, he will come over and sit across from you beside Pyro. Pyro scoots over a little bit as if Avalanche had asked him to move, but he didn't actually verbalize it.
Yeah. And I think Pietro smiles a bit more because like he feels like he has a genuine connection with this just because of the connections he knows he has, even if it's not the exact same person. So it's a little more comfortable.
Yeah, and I think Dominicos looks like an older brother version of the Dominicos you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You know,
They look similar. The eye color's a little different, but that's fine. No big deal.
sure, sure.
Uh and he's just like, yeah, uh Avalanche, good, you're here. So the Jeep. I know you said like you have to put like can't you put it on like Long Island or something? We love your
I'll see what I can do. Do you have a Jeep? Like, do you
No,
want
it's your
me to
Jeep.
buy a Jeep? I don't
Wait,
have a
you don't
Jeep.
have the Jeep.
I don't have the Jeep anymore. I had a Jeep like 6 years ago, man.
What'd you do with it?
Got in a big fight and Blob got knocked into it, and then no more Jeep.
You should have a funeral for the Jeep.
Blob looks up. So sorry about that again. It's 6 years. Who cares? Whatever. Funeral for the Jeep? Why do you care so? What? Okay. Why do you care so much about the Jeep?
Because you're supposed to care about the Jeep. You get, and he like puts a hand at like the corner of his temples. Never
So
mind.
this other me actually cared about a Jeep. Why?
It was yours. I
Did you guys have a thing?
No, definitely no. We were teammates for the Brotherhood of Evil, and we
We
dealt.
workshopped the name and took off the of evil part.
Oh, well, that's boring. But no. I mean, it was just like several dudes living in a house. It was me, you, Talansky, Blob. You know,
I think Pyro will snicker. You guys had some kind of polykill thing going on or something?
no. Do you see Blob? No offense, Blob. Then actually, offense, Blob. And Talansky, like, I don't even know if they're into people.
Okay, help Rich out. Who is Talansky?
Todd Talansky, aka the Toad.
Oh, Toad. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think they both make a little bit of a face like, ugh, Toad? No, thank you. Hard
No,
hard
you-
pass. He's
you
he's
get
upstate
him.
right now.
Oh.
Avalanche says he got pinched.
We should get him out. You can't just leave him upstate.
There's a moment where Avalanche pauses and Pyro just jumps right into. Absolutely. Eric doesn't have anything for us right now. Let's go spring Toad.
Oh shit, I'm not supposed to aid and abet criminal activity.
Why are you here? Avalanche asks. Because society sees us as evil, even though we took off the of evil part. It's a
Like
whole
you said,
mutant hating thing.
society's confused, but I actually spent a couple months with Professor Baldy Cube,
Oh
and
my
he has some
god.
like point.
Oh my god. He sits down, he starts eating. Avalanche is just like very frustrated with you at this. Pyro says, so you've met Professor X and he didn't try to, you know, warp your mind like he did all the others at his school? He totally mind controls them, right? You know
No,
that,
he
right?
doesn't. He doesn't. I don't think he
Oh,
does.
he must be
No.
mind controlling you right now. I'm
I
so
like put
sorry,
my
man.
hand on my head, like what? Like
He like reaches out and pats your hand. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Eric has like a cool helmet.
yeah.
Maybe it's made out of special metal. Maybe he can help you out and we can free you from the mind control.
Let's bring Delansky out of jail.
All right. Sweet. We got away from that because that's a great ending to a scene. We will pick up and see if you guys break Toad out of prison. We come back to establishing shot of the Baxter building. Thank you for helping me remember. Baxter building outside. We hear the like soundscape of downtown New York City traffic, and then we come in, like drone fly up to the higher floors and come into the laboratory where Betty Carter is putting on the finishing touches of repairs upon her mech, aided by Sue Storm, who has ceased on trying to tell you how the world works long enough to get this thing up and running. And then there's a little chirp, like an alarm of some kind, not a klaxon, but more like a bleep. And a small robot comes wheeling into the area. You have been introduced to Herbie. He has a little red electronic gauge mouth and a pair of bright red eyes. He has no arms unless he needs them, and then they come out of the sides. And he floats along. He kind of floats along the ground. He's cute sized, and he says, "Oh, well, Rich should probably do the voice thing. So give me just a moment to bring up the voice thing because I'm
It's so
pretty
cute.
proud of it. It's good.
I
It's
like,
worth it.
yeah. I think I've heard that mod in other ones, but it doesn't normally the robots that use that aren't saying stuff, right? They're normally just making noises. So it's cool to hear somebody speaking in this one.
True.
Miss Storm, Miss Storm, we have a visitor. He's down in the lobby. He says it's urgent that he see Miss Carter.
And Sue looks at you and looks back. Well, Herbie, who is the visitor? And Herbie beams up, and you see a little cam video of the lobby area, and you see is Bucky is waiting in the lobby. Sue says, "Oh, thank you, Herbie. I can finish up with the mech if you want to go."
Yeah, is Betty. Betty has brightened up and goes, Bucky is here, and just kind of like is like, okay, are you sure I can? I'll just be real fast. That's oh, I hope it's nothing bad. Thanks. And runs off with Herbie.
Okay. Well, Herbie will lead you to the lift, which, if you remember, is like it looks like a giant glass tube. So as you
Yes.
head down the lift, I'm trying to find a more recent picture of Winter Soldier. He doesn't have long hair in
Yeah.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier, right? Or Falcon and
No,
Winter
he
Soldier.
doesn't. He
That's
just
right. Yeah, there's a
he's
cool
just
pic of him.
yeah, he's just got a normal dude haircut with his little
That's right.
He's
Oh,
adapting to life. He's starting to try and adapt to the world.
he's trying to
Yeah.
be normal. It works
we
out
never
so
see what
well.
happens to him after he tells the guy that he murdered his son, though. That was harsh. That was heavy, heavy, heavy.
Yeah.
I liked it, though. I mean, I would have liked to have seen the conversation, maybe, although maybe it was not a good conversation to have at the end of a mostly happy thing. But yeah, there we go. I've got a cool pic I found of our man. I'll just drop that in there. So you head down the lift, and he would see you. He looks up, he notices you there, gives you a little wave with his right hand, which means his actual human hand. And
Okay.
when you get down to the bottom, he's already gotten up, walked around, and the doors open up, and Herbie hangs back, and he says, "Are you okay?"
I think she kind of like runs over and gives him a hug after
Oh, it's
as
totally
he's
like a moment
like,
where you like come up to hug him, and he doesn't flinch away. It's just one of those, oh wait, what should I do now? I'll
he
just
is
stand
like
here.
he is
Does the
being
like
hugged.
pat. Gives you a pat. And,
Yeah. She steps away and is like, it's good good to see you. My mech got broken by the big flame guy, Johnny Storm, I guess. But I wasn't doing anything bad. I was just trying to call it because I wanted to fix it. Because every time I use the little glass capacitors, the ones on it, I still haven't figured out what's wrong with them. And every time I use them, it keeps trying to blast a hole in space time, and it nearly sucked Anna and Pietro into like another, well, Anna's dad into like another world, but it was fine, and then we worked it out, and now I'm going to school.
Yeah, Sharon gave me the rundown. Are you okay?
She just kind of like looks briefly with the sort of expression of a teenager who is not used to either hearing that and or ever wanting to think about that question, and is like, yeah, I'm I'm I I ca- I think I could I think I miss my dad, and
I understand that.
yeah, like seeing him has kind of like unlocked that a little bit for her. Like when you see like the first familiar thing after a while, and you're just like, bleh. So she's just like, yeah, but the team is really good, and we're actually working. I mean, we're doing really great. Doreen was really nice.
Oh, I like
Andromeda's
Doreen.
really Doreen is great. Andromeda's really fantastic. Pietro,
Really, I haven't heard many good things about Andromeda.
oh yeah. She's she's a little impulsive.
Technically, the shield files list her as a problem.
Well, that's just because she keeps forgetting who's on what side. So she keeps thinking that like she keeps thinking everybody's a bad guy. But I'm sure once you communicate to her, she's fine
Okay.
if you can get to her in time.
And Quicksilver is on your team?
We have to save him, actually. We have to go find him. He left. Well, he is. He is on the team, but then he left to go with his dad. And we need to it it wasn't good. There was a lot of stuff going on, so I couldn't go after him right away, but Magneto came to get him, and I didn't like how that ended. So I don't
Okay.
know, do you think they would know any more about him here?
Possibly. If Reed doesn't know, then I don't know anybody else who would. Well, that's not true. Professor X would know. We're not. It's complicated.
Yeah. It's I think it's kind of complicated with some of my team. Did you did you hear anything else about, on your trip this portals or whatever? Like have you been hearing anything about that?
Just the stuff that's in your file. He looks around. No offense, Betty, but I think it's centered around you. I don't know if it's the stuff you're making or just the fact that you're here.
Okay.
Figure
Well,
it out, though. We'll figure it out, okay, Betty? Listen, what we need to do right now is make sure that your mech is secure. Let's just head back to the apartment and figure out our next steps. And he's trying to tell you how the world works. Like he wants you to be more mundane, think things through, come up with a plan, not just jump feet first into trouble. And your mundane's already
Okay.
pretty high, but I think he's trying to lower your freak.
Ah, Bucky, I love you, but I literally can't do this. I literally, absolutely no way.
All right, cool. So if you jump to the moves, excuse me,
Yeah.
on influence around row 27, when you reject someone's influence, roll. We don't have a delinquent, so you just roll flat 2d6.
Oh, I think I still have
Do you have a
my
thing?
-2. It's because I have insecure marked. So I'm
Oh,
rolling
goodness.
-2 to this, which is
You
flat
are.
though, actually.
No,
No. Oh no, it's
no,
minus
it's -2. Yeah, it's a legit -2. You are not going to reject this influence, I'm afraid.
okay.
I mean, you might. The dice may roll boxcars for all I know.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's see. Hey, yeah, that wasn't
I'm amazed. You rolled a 9 minus 2 is 7. So, on a hit, you successfully hold to yourself and tune them out. On a 7 to 9, you get a choice. You can clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove Bucky wrong, which means taking foolhardy action, which means you can get rid of your insecure. It's like a double win. Or you could shift one of your own labels up and another label down, completely your choice. Or you can just cancel his influence and take a +1 forward against him.
I am going to clear a condition, and I think Betty is gonna kind of like stiffen up that and be like, no, Bucky, you can't listen. Dad always says that it's hardest right before a breakthrough. I can't leave the mech in the lab. This is my only shot. And like, if I just wait, I, who knows what else can happen? Each day, crazy stuff is going on. I've got to get out there. I've got to get this back up. Like, all of them are at a basketball game right now, and then Anna's gonna fight the thing. Anything could go wrong. I've got to be in there. I've got to be in there to get my mech suit back so that it's ready, okay? And then it'll be fine. These, whatever they are, is gonna stop happening because I'm gonna fix it and it's gonna be fine.
All right. So you've gone from him telling you what to do to now you're trying to motivate him to follow your plan. So let's see if you can provoke him. He's susceptible to your words. So roll plus superior.
Okay.
And
I think I'm rolling at a -1 because I'm
yeah,
guilty.
you're guilty.
We're
So you're rolling all told at a -1 because you have a superior of 1. So yep, you roll 2d6 -1.
okay. Ooh. No?
-1 bit this time. The good news is you get to mark potential.
I'm finally at 5 potential. Woo!
Congrats. You,
Yay.
you get that potential, and I get a move. So I think I'm going to cut away from you and reveal the hard move in just a wee bit. So we cut away and jump right into establishing shot of
We're upstate.
Yes, we're upstate. You're at the maximum security prison, and Quicksilver. Did you ride in the Jeep that has been stolen for this nefarious plan?
Yes.
All
I think I
right.
did. I did like it's like half him riding the Jeep for a few minutes and then him like running ahead and then coming back to ride the Jeep for a few minutes and then going ahead.
Oh, that's great. It's very funny. I like this a lot. Excellent. So you finally arrive. You get out of the front. Avalanche gets out. Pyro gets out of the back where he was stuffed in with the blob. And then the blob gets out. And of course, the Jeep rises up just slightly. And
Uh
you guys,
question.
yes? Yes.
Did you say stealing a car is blowing off steam? When you commit a misdemeanor or small victimless crime, you may clear a condition of your choice?
You bet. You partied to that, and you didn't stop it from happening, so you get reap the benefits of Grand Theft Auto. Good
Grand Theft
job.
Auto. All right, I'm no longer feeling that guilty because that was fun.
Well, that's pretty fun. He let you drive for a little bit. It's a several.
Oh, I don't have my license, but this is so cool.
Well, you don't. Who needs a license? That's just the man trying to tell you what to do.
Yeah, sure. And he actually like smiles a little, like he looks a little uncomfortable for a minute, but then like smiles because he does like this is akin to some memories he's had in his home world.
Nice. So, soundscape of crickets chirping. You see the razor wire and the high walls, and there are, of course, a few security guards or shining lights in various areas of the yard. It's shut down for the evening, but of course, that's the perfect time for the Brotherhood to strike. And Pyro says, I'm glad you said something, because I've been feeling like we should have broke Toad out long time ago. This is the right thing, what we're doing for our brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's Toad. It's not like he's Toad. He doesn't do anything that bad.
Blob says, you're full of it, Pyro. You said you were happy he was gone.
Did you say that?
What? No. And Avalanche says, it doesn't matter. Let's just get this done. Okay. Move down. I'll open up the wall. Quicksilver, you go in. Find him. Blob, just go get the guard's attention. You're the... Yeah. Go be the... Thanks. Distraction. You're the distraction, Blob. Blob's like, yeah, I could do that.
But don't like...
I could open up the wall.
No, Blob, you're not opening the wall. Blob, you're distracting. But also, don't like hit the... Just put the guards to sleep. Don't hit them like too hard. You're just doing their job or whatever.
Oh, let's see you provoke him to not cause mass mayhem.
Yeah, all right. That's real glad that we did that real quick. Where's that roller link? Because I was...
Oh, I can throw the link in there.
I grabbed it. You're all good.
Oh, cool.
From the other thing. Thank you, though. I have a +2 now instead of a flat roll. Which is still a 5! I level up.
The good news is you get a potential.
Which means I get to pick a new move or something.
You get new move for all of the carnage. The Blob says, yeah, sure, I won't hurt nobody.
Yeah.
He's
totally lying. Pietro's like,
and you know it. You know he's lying. What do you do?
I just have to move quick. If I'm quick, then he doesn't have the time to do anything.
Okay.
Right? That's the right choice. That's the right choice.
That's a choice. It's a choice. It's definitely a choice.
Cool. And he looks guilty. He just removed the condition, but he might get it again. He looks guilty as he realizes what he's doing.
I think it's appropriate. I think you get guilty back. You got one roll, and now you're guilty because you know what you're doing.
Because I know what I'm doing, but I wanna be part of the team. I want it to go well.
Yep.
Just open the wall.
Your diary. I didn't kill many people today, but other people did. And I call
them. Does my dad love me now?
Exactly. Sweet. So you and Avalanche head down to the area where he's going to crack this thing open. The Blob.
Is it just me and Avalanche in that moment?
Yeah, it's totally just you and Avalanche.
Oh,
Pyro's supposed to be hanging out with Blob to be the backup.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely going to go for and I think
and of course, Pyro's like flipping his Zippo and being all excited and giggling. Yeah, that's carnage. It's going to be awesome.
Oh God. and I think as they're walking, Pitch like, the stupid stuff at lunch, that we weren't like dating or whatever, but it was just a thing that happened a handful of times. So
Don't let Pyro get to you. Who gives a shit?
no, I'm in. And he like points to himself and then points to Avalanche.
He stops, puts on his helmet, and he's got his like armor thing going on. It's nice and cool and silvery.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you're different from the Quicksilver here. I'm guessing that the me there was different too.
Yeah. Although you look a lot like him, but like older because you're old. I mean, you're not that old.
No, I'm not old. You're just a kid. Everybody looked old to me when I was your age too. And he's telling you how the world works
Yeah.
and using his influence on you to shift your labels. As he says, okay, we need the most biggest powers out of you we can get. And if you get in trouble in there, you're going to have to take somebody down. Okay? And he's going to try to raise your danger.
Yeah.
And he is going to lower your savior, which is already a -1.
I don't think I fight this.
Okay.
I don't think I fight this. Jeez Louise, Pietro.
You are so out of balance. Look at that.
He's so out of
2, 2, -2, -1.
Yeah, he's for folks at home, he is 2 danger, 2 freak, -2 savior, 2 superior, -1 mundane.
Jeez. That's amazing.
He is. We may want to take out the reformed. I don't know how well he's doing at being reformed right now.
Yeah, he's the unreformed.
Yeah, love that. Love that he feels no urgency to get back to where he's just like, I'm having super fun, recalcitrant.
Yeah,
the reluctant.
Yeah. The reluctant. Oh boy. So yeah. So I guess what am I rolling? My freak or my danger?
So the first thing that happens is Avalanche throws his hands out. You feel the ground start to rumble, and then this fissure just erupts, and it goes and cracks the main wall, rips a bunch of the fencing, and of course alarms start going off. Then it continues forward and rips right into the side of the prison itself, sundering the wall. Everything's starting to shake, and I think I'd like to see you unleash your powers to zip in there without being seen, without any of the guards being any the wiser.
9.
Ooh, nice. You could spin team selfishly.
I think I'm gonna spend team selfishly.
So what is it that you do that ignores or insults your teammates?
I'm committing I'm breaking into a prison right now. I'm breaking into a prison to release a prisoner. That pretty much flies in the face of our superhero team.
Very true. Please go ahead and spin that 3 team pool down to a 2. You get to knock that down just so you can feel that team being drained yourself. Yeah. And that pushes it to a 10, which means you don't have to spend to keep it stable. Boom, you zip through. While the Toad is extremely agile, has the acid spit, this is generally just a maximum security prison that has a few special accommodations. Mm-hmm. So you zip in there just for convenience sake, and because we're in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you have a little earpiece in. You can talk to the different members of your team.
I love it.
So you zip in. There's a bunch of people like running around. There are prison doors that have opened. There are some prisoners who are spilling out and trying to run towards the fissure. The opening. They're trying to break out.
This is the first time it occurs to him that because they're breaking Toad out, someone else could also get out. I don't think that like occurred to him before.
These guys are not subtle. This is break stuff and run away. This is why they're henchmen.
Yeah, it didn't occur to him at all. Like that, yeah, they're getting towed out and that's great and they're reuniting their team, but that meant other criminals like could be getting out. Like, I think, oof.
You're already guilty, you know.
Yeah, I can't feel more guilty. He's guilty. And he grabs Toad.
Well, that's the thing. You come in and it's this like, huge area up, and there's all these different cell blocks that run up. I think it's not like they did any research. So
no, but I'm just like running, looking for Toad.
And then let's have you assess the situation. I think that seems appropriate for you to find the Toad.
Okay, I have a
roll plus superior.
So that's a 0 flat roll.
Ooh, wait. Oh, that's right, because your condition.
A 6.
You could somehow figure a way to spin the team selfishly.
Okay, wait. Oh God, is there an assess move that uses freak or danger? I mean, it's still -2 to
smash. Oh, right.
Because I did just level up, but that doesn't matter because I still have a -2 to assess specific. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I help can you remember something that Betty said in this moment? So I can.
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, I love that.
That's so adorable.
Yeah, can we do that? I love that.
What is it? Yes. What is it that Betty would have said to help Pietro in this moment to be able to locate where the VIPs, the very important prisoners are?
Oh, right. Ooh.
Important prisoners.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of myself for that one.
No, it's a good one. You should be proud. I got a chuckle.
That is very cute. I think that she was probably lecturing him when he was like, she's like, you got to stop rushing to the first open thing. Okay, use your speed and like go. They don't put the most important thing first. It's like way in the back. And she's talking about like something else, but she's like, stop jumping at the first thing, Pietro. You got to take some time and search all the way through.
Okay. Fight your impulses to go after the first thing. That's what helps you to push you to a 7, which means you get to ask one question.
Okay, you get to ask one question. So I kind of like a twist of how can we end this quickly, I think.
Absolutely. That seems appropriate.
Where Toad.
Yep. Where Toad, that is absolutely right. So you find that the design of this was like a cross, right? And the Toad is actually in the central area, so that it's the furthest away from any exit. He is in a high security supervillain enclosure. There are also a couple of other supervillains who are in here. Neither are mutants, but you zip your way in. I'm imagining wasn't it First Class where Quicksilver did the like crazy?
The Pentagon.
Yeah, it was the Pentagon. I love that scene. That was maybe my favorite. So you zip in there. You see there are a couple of guards who are hanging out, like they're not exiting their post. This seems to be on a different power grid, so whatever power fluctuations are happening out there from the earthquakes, everything's still stable. And you see Toad, he's like sitting there. He doesn't have his goggles on because they took those, but he's sticking his face. He's kind of look around, see what's going on. He's got those weird eyes that move independently. It's very disconcerting, but maybe less so to you. What do you do?
I'm like, you really doing all this for just Toad? I mean, he's Toad. As I go and try and so I think I'm just gonna like, what do you tie the two guards together real quick.
Sweet. Then please directly engage a threat. They do not have guns, One has a stun gun, the other just has a simple billy club.
9.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you guys are going to trade blows.
Yeah. So I get to pick one, which is take something from them. I think
Okay.
it's going to be their ability to move.
Oh, nice. You zip in and are able to disarm and I guess maybe grab his handcuffs, and because you're
Just
trying to take
handcuff
away their ability to
together.
move. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so they're
other
like
guy,
handcuffed. They each have a pair. I would imagine they each have a pair of handcuffs. So I've like got like one
sure.
cuff to one here, one cuff to the other. So they're like back to back, and their hands are cuffed
Oh,
together.
nice, nice. But one of them is able to like they swing wildly and happen to cuff you in the side of the head. So I would like to see you take. Is it a powerful blow? Nah, I think it's just dramatic. Like you
Yeah.
get cuffed to the side of the head with a little bit of blood getting your eye. It may be a soft move that leads to something worse. The idea of guards taking you out seems insane to me. So no, you're faced with a relatively complicated board here, but you just click all the buttons and eventually things
Try
open
every
up.
combo.
So I'll give you a choice. You can either spend a moment to try to figure it out and just release Toad, or you can flip all the buttons and Toad will definitely get out along with others.
I spend a moment.
That's great. That was really smart. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead. I'm not even going to do as a roll. You chose to spend a moment. It's a learning bit, and you eventually are able to ascertain the letter to jail cell configuration, and the other 3 prisoners will remain in prison. One of them is like red skinned with alien looking eyes, and it seems to want to try to pour itself out of the vacuum sealed cell that it's in. But boom, Toad hops out. Hey, who? You look. Are you? Hey, where are we going? How do I get out?
Yeah, come here. And I like make a Toad backpack. Just grab them. Toad backpack. Run.
Nice. Yeah. Boom. Awesome. Unleash your powers to get out of here without any trouble.
6 dice. What
You
are
are
you
learning
doing
so much potential here.
Because it's because he knows this is wrong. He knows so much about how wrong this is.
The dice
It's
is just
true.
like, stop doing bad stuff, Pietro.
It's true.
Pietro, you know this is
Stop
wrong. What are you
doing
doing?
So you pick up Toad. His tongue is lolling out. You zip out. He's saying, "Wee!" He's into this. This is awesome. And he's muttering about how fast you are. You see the space ahead of you, that fissure. You hear a distant sound of sirens, klaxons, burning, screams. And then as you're almost out, there's this voice that you hear in your head. Pietro is Professor X.
Oh God, other dads here to spank me. Okay, yeah.
I sense that you are feeling very guilty about something you're doing right now.
He short stops. It's probably not at all nice for the Toad. As
Whoa,
Pietro-
hey, we're just like right there. Just a few more feet that way.
He's my friend and he's in trouble.
Your
He's just a
friend.
Toad. He doesn't. I mean, he's not. He looks like, Toad and eats flies, which are gross. But he's just the Toad, and like like Pietro's clearly like picturing his Toad, not like the man on his back.
Pietro. He's committed crimes, not because he's a mutant, but because he's a criminal. You're deeply involved in this. but you have an opportunity to be the good person I know you are. And he's telling you what to do here.
Yeah.
He's trying
Yeah.
to push up your mundane and take down your danger.
Yeah.
Do you accept or reject Professor X's influence in your mind?
I try and reject it, but we'll see how that goes.
See how it goes.
I have a negative dose. So I have a -4 because that's savior, right? To reject it is savior. I have a
no, it's just a flat roll. It's a flat roll, and then you have a -2, so you're rolling
and
a
then I have a
-2 because of your condition.
Yeah, because you're insecure.
8.
See, it's fine. On a hit, you are able to hold to yourself. You can tune him out. You can choose one, clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove Professor X wrong. Shift one label up and one label down, your choice, or cancel Professor X's influence and take +1 forward against him.
Oh my god, no. I was like counting on the dice to help me do the dice. Why? You were punishing me before. Why would you do this to me now?
That's like, we want future Pietro to be really good at being bad, so we're giving you XP now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna clear a condition by immediately acting to, I'm gonna clear a condition and mark potential. That's such a conflicted little bugger, and I think it's just a shout in the back of my head, like, you're not my dad. He actually wants it's like very much a, you're not my father. He wants me here.
Oh God, that's so bad. It's so sad.
It's so sad.
Oh, poor Pietro. Poor Pietro. Sweet. You
And I rush out with him.
You tell Professor X what's what, and you break out of that maximum security prison with the adult criminal Toad on your back, and that is that.
I just tap Avalanche. So I'm like, we need to go now. Xavier knows we're here.
Oh, yeah. Avalanche was like throwing down a couple more fissures in the ground to keep shaking things up when you come out, and Toad hops off of your back, and it looks like Avalanche is going to really tear this place down. But then you say Professor X knows, and he's like, oh, yeah, let's go. Blah, Pyro, let's go. Xville.
You're going to give yourself a headache if you do too fucking much.
Nice. And they start running back towards the Jeep, and the Toad is going to have to ride on top because there's just... Blob's like, no room. Sorry, buddy. Get on top. Toad's like, okay, fine.
Rides on Blob's shoulder. Aren't you going to ride on Blob's shoulder? That's like your perch.
Blob's like, what? Stupid. It's a terrible idea. It gives me warts and shit.
Sinks into the seat, like, as like the jarring half, like, it's not actually his friends.
Yep. Big realization. These are not your friends. This is not your reality. Sweet. So you're driving off as there's a bunch of cop cars all headed towards the prison, and Avalanche is able to pull off to the side, and then we'll cut away to, hey Rod, hello. Glad we knew Rod was going to join late. We're so happy you're here. Yes, Quicksilver has been in shenanigans. The reformed playbook title may not be as apt for such a bad boy, but that's okay, because this reality's Magneto needs him or something. Help me out, Rod. In the last session, Squirrel Girl and Ghost Spider, I think you guys had like crashed through windows to confront Coach Rumpelfort.
Correct, yeah.
And he revealed that he was not human?
Well,
right?
he had a Cathari laser.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he has a big
yeah.
Chitauri gun. And by the way, if anyone needs to remember, those things are massive. They are very large deals, and they look like they're stolen from like Destiny 2. I always want to say Descent, but it's Destiny. They look very Destiny 2. I know this because my son plays a lot of Destiny too. So, there you go. Sweet. So he has that, and he starts trying to light the two of you up. Whoop, 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 whoop. And he's not very good with it because he's just doing this thing of, I'm start firing here, and I'm just going to keep going here and eventually hit you. Ghost Spider is leaping up to the ceiling and trying to spring away. And I'm curious what you are doing.
Oh, I'm gonna do a fake out, like, I'm over here, and my tail's gonna whip out, grab a chair, and like, hurl it at him.
Oh, awesome. Directly engage the threat.
Yeah. All right. I'm dramatically under fire, I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
As dramatic as I can make it.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks. All right. 10.
10 is amazing. That means that you get directly engaged. You're going to trade blows, but you get 2 choices.
Yeah,
Do you see that on the basic moves?
I do. I'm gonna definitely avoid the fire, the gunfire, and I'm going to take. Oh, I'm gonna knock that gun right out of his hands.
Gonna knock that gun right out of your hands. Awesome. You do that with your tail. You like whip, whoosh, and the gun skitters to the ground, and the Ghost Spider comes in and kicks him right in the face. Boom! And he slams back into the like cabinet area that he had pulled the Chitauri gun out of. And Ghost Spider is, I think, a little more violent than Doreen. Doreen mostly inspires people and defeats incredibly powerful supervillains, but Ghost Spider is going to try to beat him up so he can't shoot more guns at you. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I mean, I guess we want to question him, right?
Exactly. Do you want
Yeah,
to?
so yeah, don't knock him unconscious. SG.
Oh,
Oh no,
nice.
GS. I meant G.
Oh yeah, well, it either work because SG
Right.
Spider Girl. Oh wait, she goes by Ghost Spider. You're right, GS. Cool. Provoke her because she's all amped up.
Oh, all right. Uh, uh, provoke is do
Provoke is superior.
superior. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, I don't know. I got a -2 here.
Oh my. Yeah, you're rolling just straight up minus. Oh man.
Well, I would have failed either
Oh.
way, even without the -2. So.
That's true. Even without the -2, this provocation was not meant to be. And that, yeah, I think what happens is Ghost Spider, you say, hey, don't beat him up too bad. And she's, yeah, I won't. Slugs him a couple times and knocks him out. It's like, what? He must have a glass jaw. I was holding back. He slumps to the ground. She like lets go of his shirt.
Oh, just to make a point, Squirrel Girl will stand over him and just say, and just start questioning him as if he was conscious to make a point to Gwen.
Oh,
It's not working, Gwen. I wonder why.
ouch, Doreen. Okay.
All right, okay, all right.
I'm used to Doc Ock. This guy is a weenie.
Right. Okay. Well, he is a high school coach. All right. Let's
Do you think
well,
he's an alien or something? What if he's faking it? What if there's a little man inside his head like in Men in Black?
I do not recommend opening his head.
Okay, I wasn't actually going to open his head. I'm just trying to posit possibilities for us to continue interrogating. I really don't want to end this here. I've been working on this case for a bit.
Check the cabinet where he pulled that gun out of, and I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna smell him to see if he's human.
Oh, nice. That's very cool. Why don't you... Does pierce the mask feel right here? Pierce the mask,
Assess
see the
or either
person in
one.
beneath. I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's see that. You're gonna roll plus mundane. You're very mundane. You should be
Yeah,
good at this.
it is. It's my forte. So. Are you kidding me? Roll the 4. I mean, total 4.
The dice roller has been insane this session.
The dice roll
Sorry.
is vicious.
The dice roller gave Pietro like 2 to 3 fails and then gave me a fail. Oof.
That is amazing.
I think my
Yeah,
nose
so you-
wrinkles. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you sniff him,
Yeah.
and that's when you see his skin start to change color, and you see his chin. You see these weird like wrinkles in it, and I think Doreen totally knows what a Skrull is, but Ghost Spider is like, "Whoa, he really is an alien! I was right. Let's open his head up." And then the door, someone's trying to open the door to this lab. Because they, hey, what's going on in there? I heard glass breaking. It's the security guard.
Oh, Ayala, don't come in. We're changing.
Gwen's like, good one.
All right.
I'm totally naked. Get out of here. She laughs.
We're gonna grab the scroll and we're gonna hightail it out of the window.
Oh, nice. I think only Doreen can get away with that joke. Cool. That sounds amazing. So you're going to try to grab the scroll and abscond with said scroll out into the night. Yeah, I think I would really like for you to run into Betty and Bucky if possible. That sounds fun. How do you feel about that? Danielle, are you okay?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yes. I was just but aren't I still at the wait, are you guys at the Baxter building now too?
No,
No,
we're at the school.
they're at the school. But
Okay.
it could be possible that Bucky says, "Hey, listen, let's go collect the rest of your
Right.
team."
I still have my fail from that last roll, my provoke. So yeah, it's totally in your hands.
Awesome. Then he definitely says, "Yeah, you're gonna keep your mech there, and we're gonna go get your team together and figure this out." And you, with your fail, he's just putting his foot down and saying, "Your dad told me to take care of you, kind of, and so I'm doing that." And
She just
and now-
sighs and is like, okay, I guess.
secretly she loves it. Someone's kind of my parent right now. Or maybe she doesn't secretly love it because you're a
No, she definitely is like, oh no, someone's an adult who cares.
So you guys pull up in the parking lot and notice that there are a pair of windows that have been broken open. And when you go to check it out, that is when Ghost Spider and a scroll carrying squirrel girl come leaping out. Doreen, you see your teammate and friend Betty along with the Winter Soldier. So tell me, what was the big villain that you helped the Winter Soldier take down last year during the Winter Formal?
During the winter formal. All right.
Yeah, like a
so
big
let's
dance.
see. Trying to think what would I'm trying to think what the overlap would be. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but something espionage, someone young.
Nice.
Who could it be?
Who could it be? Let's see. Kay, got any ideas to throw out?
For a villain or for
Yeah, for a villain.
let's see, young espionage villain. What is her name? Black Cat.
Oh,
It was in the
Oh, Black Cat
Spider-Man.
from like Spidey.
Yeah, from Spidey.
Ooh, Ace. Felicity Hardy, I want to say.
That sounds right.
Felicity something.
Yeah,
I don't remember her last name.
love it. So Black Cat. We're going with a younger Black Cat. So somebody actually mocked up a fake Black Cat on Disney Plus that I just Googled, and it's great.
ooh.
The Marvel Comics Black Cat is older and voluptuous and not what we're going for. This is a girl. This would be Black Cat Felicity. I was right. It was Felicity Hardy, Felicia Hardy,
Yeah.
but in high school. So high school version. She totally has the white hair though. That's totally a staple that I have to continue with. So
Sounds good.
we'll drop this pick in
Pietro
our
has white
chat.
blonde hair, silver hair, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a thing.
People have that
It's
here.
totally it's not unnatural at all. It's the new fashion. Yeah, totally. It's totally cool. So, he knows you. He sees you with a scroll. Oh, the invasion's already started.
Hey guys, we run towards him. Oh yeah.
Get in the car. Come on, let's get out of here. How did you run into this?
Uh, uh, I went to school, and he
That
was
seems
like,
to happen to you every time you go to
coach.
school.
Yeah. Yep.
So what is it that Betty? What sensible vehicle do you think you guys are in? Do you imagine that Winter Soldier is a European station wagon kind of guy, or are you in some kind of truck? What do you think?
It's got to be American made, right?
Oh yes, Winter Soldier. He's got to have American made. Good call. So like a Ford F-150. Does that feel right? What do you think, Danielle? Do you think Ford like a big Ford truck, built
Yeah.
American tough, something like that? Does it feel Winter Soldiery? Awesome.
I like an F-150 feels very like Bucky's being normal now, guys. Look at how normal he drives a red F-150. He's
Yes.
trying
Yes.
so hard.
I'm here for this. He is super normal, guys. So extended cab. So, oh yeah, Bucky would probably have some kind of something in the glove. Hey, Betty, grab that stun gun and go ahead and stun that scroll just to make sure they play dead really good.
Okay. Yes. I think she might have the little she's still got stuff in her uniform that she can shoot out, but she doesn't because she doesn't have her mech on her.
Oh,
So
but
I'm
it's all healed up, so you've got access to it whenever you need it.
Oh, okay. I thought that it was like leave the mech in the
Oh,
there.
yeah, but
Okay.
it can come to
Okay.
you. It's
All
I
right.
don't want to gimp your awesomeness with that.
Okay, cool. So she's like, all right, just give me a second. And then is gonna, let's see. I guess I would just um I could use a gadget, or I could just directly attack to try and like shoot it with my little stun thing
Okay,
or directly engage.
do it. You get a +1 forward on this because it is sure seems in there is not dodging right this minute. So it's all about if it
Okay.
works or if some other trouble comes your way.
Oh shoot, if I'm directly engaging, then that's a danger. Mm,
Oh, by the way, I
Actually,
think you helped. Betty helped, so I think we should actually reduce the team pool by 1. It should be a 1, correct?
yeah, because I helped Pietro in flashback. Let's see. Wait, if I get a +1 on this, then I'm just rolling at a -1 instead of a -2. With these rolls,
You guys
I
are
can't.
just potential generating machines.
Can I? No, I won't use tactical genius. Oh no, I'll just because it's mostly so yeah. She's gonna aim at it and like fire her stun. A
Nice. Sweet. So go ahead and mark potential. Looks like you got a
yeah.
5. Good
Yep.
call. Good stuff. Loving it. No notes. And I think what happens here is that you fire at him. He shifts out of the way and starts to leap up. I'm imagining he was thrown in the back of the truck. He starts to leap up, but when he jumps off of the truck, he dives directly into one of the portals that you have created, and
Did
do you
you
do?
just help him escape?
Uh, she's standing there like, it's a work in progress. I can't. Okay. She's like pulls out a notebook and begins furiously scribbling notes about like the particular button that she pressed. And all right, big X through. Do not use this turbine again. Are
Nice.
you
Uh,
okay?
yeah.
Are you okay, Squirrel Girl?
Yeah, I'm okay. Um, yeah, we're good. We just don't know what's happening.
Ghost
Yeah.
Spider, good as well.
Is that your name? Nice, Supermarine. Nice to meet you. Um, Usually this works better.
Aren't you a little young to be in the Marines?
Common question, common question. No, it's like a plane. There was a plane that like engines and stuff.
Plain nerd,
Yeah.
am I right?
Yes.
Then
Ah.
Betty and Doreen, you both hear a voice in your heads. Doreen, you recognize it as Professor X. Doreen, Betty, I need your help. Your teammate, Pietro, has been convinced by the wrong crowd. He's committing a crime right now because he thinks he's helping a friend. I can direct you to his destination. Are you able to go there and make sure he is
Oh,
saved from this mistake?
oh yeah, definitely. Just tell us where.
And he will implant in your heads a picture of the Hudson River, which is not too far away from where you are now. And then he will also implant in your heads a recently, like New York tags, recently procured, not red because we can have a red Ford F-150 and a red Jeep, but like banana yellow Jeep Wrangler.
All right, cool. All right.
The Jeep is green. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt and say the Jeep is green, forest green, because Pietro insisted because that was the color of the Jeep in the show.
The Jeep is forest green. Thank you for
Nice.
reminding. I couldn't remember the color.
No, you're all good.
Okay, awesome. Yes, the Jeep is forest green, which is not red, so it still met my one thing of having the like same two cars, same color. Awesome. So, yeah, good stuff. We've been going for over 2 hours. I think it might be good if we take. I know you just joined us, Rod, but I think it might be good if we we'll take a commercial break, bio break here, and then we come back. We'll have the three of you all meet together in what will probably be an awful, terrible misunderstanding / fight. But I'm not sure. It could go lots of ways, friends. But the dice, I think they have their own agenda. All right. And we're back from our lovely break where we got to chat as like friends and stuff. It's always fun to take those kind of breaks. And we're in the home stretch for Kay's attendance in the last session for Quicksilver. So we pick up with the forest green Jeep racing along the highway. By the way, I don't think there is a Hudson River. I now realize I think there's the Hudson Bay.
There's a
Which-
Hudson
Hudson River. No, Hudson River's a
Oh,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
You're good.
Okay, well, I'm failing at my Google mapping because I was like, I'm going to find the Hudson River and see what road they might be coming down, but that failed. So I found the Hackensack River. I found the Hudson Bay. But anyway.
As a New Yorker, I can assure you the Hudson River exists.
Yeah.
But when I was looking in New York and couldn't find a Hudson River, I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, Hudson River. Do you know? Oh, there it is. In giant font, it just becomes Tappan Zee as you get closer to the part of New York that I was looking at. Okay. That's the deal. Sweet. So we'll say that you're heading down the 202.
Yeah.
Which it runs alongside the Hudson River in the forest green Jeep. Pietro, do you like hop out and scout ahead, or are you now just sulking in the
I
passenger
think he's sulking.
side?
I think he's sulking in the passenger seat. I think he's like sunken into it. So, he's like that legs are kicked in and like it's very yeah, it's like not right. It's just not right. He shouldn't be like this. It's very anti-Quicksilver as he's like chewing on his lower lip. His eyes are darting a lot as he's clearly like in thought. But he's not quipping. He's not moving around really quickly. Like,
nice. What kind of music would you imagine Avalanche is playing on the radio of this stolen forest green Jeep?
it's gotta be some kind of like hard rock, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe metal.
Is it classic hard rock? Or is it death metal stuff? Like, what do you imagine is an Avalanche style?
I'm gonna say something really loud, something maybe death metal. Like it's loud because it's
The
almost
kind of thing where
less.
it's like the weird ululations that death metal
Kinda, yeah, 'cause
singers hit.
Because it's less the actual words and it's the vibration for him.
Oh, totally.
Oh, nice.
The vibration.
Oh, you nailed it. I totally feel that now. That's awesome. So that's what's going on. Blaring. That's our soundtrack as you guys are racing south on the 202 when Betty, I think you're in your mech. Like, we got to have you show up in your mech for this. Like, this is the big moment, right? What is, does the mech, does it fly or does it just big stompy robot? I think it's big stompy robot. Yeah. Danielle, do you think that you arrive big stompy robot just like stomping up, or I don't think the robot can fly, right?
No, it can't. So I'm definitely stomping up.
Nice. You become stomping up, and Squirrel Girl, you are in the passenger side because you called shotgun. You're just a beacon. You're smart like that. With Ghost Spider in the back of the Ford F-150 with Winter Soldier, aka Bucky, driving, and he like pulls up for the side and he's heading directly towards the forest green Jeep. It looks like they're going to be playing chicken, which is extremely dangerous. So we'll start with Doreen because I want to see Pietro. You're fine. You just bail out of the car. You can just leave those guys behind. It's okay. It's no problem. They're bad guys. They can be in a car wreck, right? But Doreen, he says, Bucky says, okay, you buckle up. And he guns the engine, and it looks like he's going to try to drive these guys off the road, which seems like a bad idea.
Wait, we're meeting this way?
Yeah,
Or
okay. he is like pulled up and now is headed directly towards that's it. That's the Jeep. Buckle up.
Oh yeah, so I think Squirrel's just like chatting. Yeah, this is like a super reinforced car, right, Bucky?
No, but I have insurance.
But do we have insurance? Hmm. Okay.
So you're just gonna leave him be and let him do this crazy stunt?
Oh gosh, he's the adult in the car.
It's true.
All right. Okay. I mean, they're gonna veer off any second now.
I think when the millisecond is there, Pietro will grab Avalanche and tug him out of the car if they're not gonna not swerve.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Avalanche is. What the hell's this guy doing? And then you, Pietro, see big stompy robot, Betty Carter's Supermarine
It's my
come
friends.
into the picture. Oh, you have the worst friends.
Just like tug, roll out, run.
Sweet. So the car skids to a stop. The blob will probably like shove his foot through the floorboard, and then boom, he brings it skidding to a stop a little bit. He just kind of plants. He does the blob thing, right? And so the Ford F-150, the chicken game is cut short, and now Avalanche, Blob, Toad, and Pyro are all not hurt and a little confused. Betty, you're in your big stompy mech and you see a bunch of people that don't look nice who are hanging out with Pietro.
I think three of them, like you don't recognize them, but like they resent, like Pietro has talked about like a little bit. I
Oh
think
yeah.
about
Oh,
like,
that sounds awesome. Yeah, you totally
so like
recognize.
it's like you see like these are the older criminalized version of like these sort of rowdy teens that had been described to you, and then there's Chicken
Oh.
Pyro.
Yeah. Ooh, I think that let's see. I think I think Betty points out. I think I want to I think Betty is like at the ready with their gun and then is like Pietro, you don't know how these people have changed. These aren't teens, these are adults. And you don't know them. They're not good people, Pietro. I want to I want to point out the obvious flaw in the plan here and give an opening to I'll roll savior, but on a hit, another teammate can take an advantage and they get a +1 ongoing. But if I miss, I miss something important.
Do it. This sounds fun.
Yeah. Like, Pietro, this is not going well. Ooh, my savior is 2. Okay.
You're built for this.
You can do it. Ah, look, a good roll.
Okay. So you're pointing. Wait, sorry.
I'm
What happens
just
on-
kind of pointing at the ready with like my mech at the ready, but I'm not shooting or anything like that. I'm just like calling out to Pietro like, "Hey, the problem in this is like these are adult criminals, Pietro. These aren't the people that you know. Come on, come on, come on back with us. Okay? We'll we'll find a way. We'll find a way to get you to where you need to be." But like also while I'm doing that, I'm kind of open to either giving an opening to Pietro to have a +1 if he wants to like cooperate, or maybe this is just an advantage for Doreen to get like I'm giving a moment of hesitation long enough so Doreen can just like jump in and beat somebody up. So
Just so move wise, you're using tactical genius, correct?
yes.
Or okay, cool. So you're giving.
I'm giving
You're pointing a flaw in the plan of these foes, and another
Yeah.
teammate can take advantage, getting
Yeah.
a +1 ongoing to act on your information. And you're just the information you're giving it to Pietro, saying these are actually bad guys.
These are bad guys, and also kind of like I suppose the flaw in the foe's plan is like Pietro is our friend and is like on our side. So like if they're relying on this person, hey,
Oh,
wait a minute.
nice. You just sold out your buddy to make sure that he stays on your side. Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
'cause I think that does get Pietro to pause for a moment.
Nice.
You know,
Avalanche is, I mean, I imagine you guys booked out fast, so maybe he took off his helmet, but he's still got the armor on.
yeah.
But he's going to stand up and, oh, oh man, Winter Soldier. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come on, man. Let's take him down.
I'm
Don't be a pussy.
not a pussy.
Awesome. And then boom, he starts rumbling. He's going full on right now. But Betty's words echo in your head. Should we cut to Doreen as you're considering your awesome? Doreen, Winter Soldier, he stops the F-150 when the blob stops the Jeep, and he says, oh, you'll be safe, you're fine. And then he's gonna roll out and reach out into the gun rack and pull out a big honking gun because he's the Winter Soldier, so, you know, that's a thing he does. I did check safety, so nobody had X'd guns, so we're good. Sweet. So he's like laying the gun over, and he's like, the blob can handle it. Blah, 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 blah. He starts firing into the Jeep. The Toad hops off. Pyro is like trying to roll out, but he's lighting up Blob right now. What do you do, Doreen?
Oh, so just really quick, I think when we were playing chicken, there's a scene where I have Titty Toe. And I have my hands over her eyes.
Take a potential for that. That is great. That is my favorite moment.
Oh, cool. Oh man, I guess this is inevitable. I am I'm still gonna try to. They're all adults, right? These bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Pyro is maybe not an adult, but
Okay, yeah,
everybody else is definitely an adult.
Yeah, Pyro's like our age, or maybe like the older end of our age.
Exactly. I'll just declare he is not an adult.
Okay.
Okay. I will. I'll yell to.
Moment. This is possibly a moment where Squirrel Girl could lead the team successfully in battle, which would be fill out your drives if you wanted to like try to step up and take charge here.
Oh man. All right. I don't think we can avoid fighting. All right. I've heard of these people, but I don't know them. But I did remember Pietro saying something about Pyro not being able to create fire. He needs that.
So
Nice.
Pietro wouldn't have told you about Pyro because he doesn't. Pyro wasn't part of his team.
Oh, right.
You would know about Blob, Toad, and Avalanche.
Fair.
Right. All right.
You could also assess the situation at this point.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
I think I'm going to do that. Assess is savior? Superior. Okay. Flat roll for me.
Actually, it is not. It is a -2 because you're still guilty.
You're right.
Sorry.
No, wait. Is that right? Yes, it is. You're right. I am still guilty. All right. Do we have to build a team pool?
We could certainly do that before you do the roll. So you guys have entered battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Add 2 to the team pool, so it goes up to a team pool of 4. I'll go ahead and make that adjustment. Are we all comfortable saying that Doreen is the leader, just for that drive's sake? All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, Doreen, do you have influence over every teammate? Which would be Pietro and
I don't.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
What is the purpose in the fight from Doreen's point of view as the leader? You define the purpose in the fight for the team, and then I'll ask if anyone disagrees with that and has a completely different purpose.
Help Pietro.
Pietro? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good one.
That feels good. All right. Then
Feels good.
one more team that pushes you up to a 5. Now we have the other questions that could draw away from it. Does anyone mistrust Doreen Green, the super squirrel girl?
I don't think he mistrusts her. But yeah, not Doreen.
And then is the team ill prepared or off balance? Yeah. It feels right. So you're back to a team pool of 4. That's still good. So now, do you want to roll with a -2 to assess, or would you like to make a different choice now that you're in battle?
No, let's go ahead and do this. 6.
So close. Now,
I'd like to use a pro, yeah.
Do you want to see? Does anyone want to help Squirrel Girl on this assessing the situation and burn a team pool? Sounds silent. It seems like no. All right.
No, I'll help.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, because we don't just have one team left now.
Correct. You have a bunch of team now.
Yes. I will totally, I can totally like point stuff out like, hey, during this way or something like that. Like maybe
Nice.
that is like,
Cool. So you get one question instead of potential. You could have gotten potential, Doreen, but I know you actually want to know things. So ask a question.
Assess. Ooh. How could we best end this quickly?
Good question. Good question. How can you best end this quickly? If the best way to end this quickly is if Quicksilver tells these Brotherhood to go away, that he doesn't like to declare his allegiance to you guys, then they'll just basically pull a fade. They'll get out of here. Cool. All right. Is there anything you want to do with that information? Or should we pop back to Quicksilver?
Yeah, no, I'll yell to Pietro. Betty's right. These guys are dangerous. They're not your friends. We are.
Oh, that's cute. I love it. It sounds like you're trying to provoke Pietro. So let's have you roll plus superior, which your superior is
Still
not
negative
good.
2. Yeah.
And you have a -2 on that as well. If only you could get rid of that pesky guilt.
All right. A 1.
Wow. Okay. So, Squirrel Girl, you start to reach out. Oh, I forgot. Spider Girl's in. Sorry, Ghost Spider. My brain is never going to let me say that right. I just know it. I've said it too many times. It's already locked into Spider Girl, even though Ghost Spider's a way cooler name. Ghost Spider's there. I think what happens is you start to yell out to Pietro, to Quicksilver to reach out. You say, hey, yeah, Betty's got it right. But the blob basically grabs the car door from the Jeep and he flings it like a frisbee, and it hits the top of the F-150 and then kind of skips over the top right as Ghost Spider is trying to jump out of the back, and it clips her, and it looks bad. It hits her pretty full on and sends her sprawling back. What do you do, Squirrel Girl?
GS, and she has my full attention now. I just want to go make sure she's okay.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, you run back and you see she's her guts cut. She's bleeding right now. MCU bleeding. So, it's bad, but it's not like, oh, I'm getting a little sick. It's just, blood on the asphalt kind of deal. She looks rough. Let's cut to Pietro now. You heard a bit of what Squirrel Girl said, but it was a little cut off in the din and the noise of what's going on. What do you do?
Yeah, I think he sees. He's like, Blob. She just stop. Don't.
That dude shot at me, he says.
Don't hit the dude.
I was aiming for him.
Blame better.
All right. He starts to pick up the car.
Wait, that's not what I actually meant. Like, and Pietro just like.
He starts trying to pick up the Jeep.
Avalanche, make it stop.
All right.
No, that's it's just no. It's
Boom!
not.
This huge eruption of like an earthquake starts heading directly towards the F-150 or towards Winter Soldier because he like rolled out of the way, right? He was laying over the car, or the F1, the Ford truck. I'll stop saying F-150, and he's rolled out of the way. So now Avalanche is trying to throw him down a hole that he has created. Earthquake era Winter Soldier is his plan.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think Pietro almost can't help it. I think he darts forward and grabs Bucky and like kind of bridal style lifts Bucky into his arms out of the way.
That sounds like you are trying to defend. When you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior. What is your savior? Oh my!
-2.
It is a -2.
Yeah.
All right. What? What a great roll. On a hit, you keep them safe. Fantastic. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I'm gonna open myself up to actually.
You also get an option from those 3 if you're looking on defend, which is on row 12. The basic moves or the moves.
Yeah. So I'm gonna clear my last condition.
Yay!
Yay!
You chose to expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I think escalate the situation.
Awesome. So you successfully snatch up Winter Soldier in your arms, bridle carrying him away. He drops the gun, right, because he really thought he was about to baby die again. As you're zipping away with Winter Soldier in your arms, you hear something from the Hudson River, and you see a sentinel head start emerging from the water. And there's like all this water pouring out of the eyes and the mouth and everything, as it's standing up, and it's Titanic. It's like 60 feet tall, so the whole thing is standing up. You see it as well, Squirrel Girl and Supermarine. There is a thing. It is as big as your mech, maybe bigger than your mech. Baby, this could be really fun test of your mech's skills. Maybe that could be problematic too. So, boy, I just realized I asked if we could do a half hour, and I'm checking time. This could be a thing where we're gonna have to obviate some die rolls, but we're gonna push forward for at least a couple more goes here. Betty, you see a sentinel has arisen, and also there's a lot of fighting. Good news is Quicksilver seems like he saved your uncle in quotes, Winter Soldier, so that's good. What do you do, Betty?
I think I got to this is the chance to test it out what I have been waiting for. This is the time. This has never gone wrong. I think she shot her mech like one time and it hasn't disastrously blown up in her face. But like finally this is a big enough target that she can really just charge this thing up and throw it against.
Awesome. So
Oh
it
man.
sounds like maybe you want to directly engage, or you can unleash your powers by producing a brand new minor invention or gadget from your supply. Which are you more into?
Yes, I have gadgets. So I think I want to, and wait, so this is huge. I'm trying to think of like the best gadget that would be good to
Before
produce.
we move forward on that, I just want to step back just for a moment. Would you like to give some tactical input to Squirrel Girl to add one more team to the pool? Do you have
Oh,
influence over? You do.
I
So you
do.
you could do that move that you have above the fray.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is there any tactical input you would like to give at this moment to add another team to the pool?
Um, what can I see about the trajectory of our foe here?
Oh,
Like,
so the Sentinel, it's moving oddly because you see the thing is covered in rust and it looks like it's moving not as a robot, but more like a marionette.
hmm, okay. I think I point this out to Doreen, and I'm like, Squirrel Girl, it looks like we can't get distracted by what's happening. There might be a way to stop what's holding it up. And like I point out the jerky motions and like the joints by which it's like moving oddly. So like perhaps those are weak points, or maybe there's something we're missing that might be above it.
All right. You throw some tactical advice, and that will increase the team pool up from 3 to 4. I'll make that adjustment real quick. And let's check in with Squirrel Girl, our leader in this big fight that's just escalated a little bit.
Can can you jam whatever's controlling it? Is there a signal?
Ooh. She kind of eyes the recently refurbished glass canisters on on her mech and is like, I can fire these bad boys up again if we
So you
want.
can, but I'll just tell you free of charge without a move.
Okay.
There are heavy electromagnetic fields that are moving this thing.
Okay. Okay. So,
And in
oh,
plain speak to the players, Magneto is
Oh,
making this Sentinel move.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, I think she'll be like, given the materials, I think it's less what is making it move rather than who is making it move. So, if you can find him, maybe we can stop this. But I can fire off some blasts here to hold this off if you want to go find Magneto. Because
Ooh.
can we see him? I don't think he's here. He doesn't look
He's
like
not made himself obvious at this point,
he's not made himself obvious. So I think Betty's like,
which is
I'll
rare for
cover.
Magneto. It's coming.
Yeah.
Cool. So it sounds like Betty is recommending to Squirrel Girl, giving that tactical advice, and offering like you would spend team. You're helping Squirrel Girl if she wants to try to find Magneto. But you, Squirrel Girl, you know how to stop this, which is really just Quicksilver telling these guys to bug off, to just go away.
Oh boy. All right. Right. Do I see Pedro?
Yes, you
Uh,
do. Blurring up near you because he is princess carrying Winter
but
Soldier. I'm fine. You can let me down now.
oh, you're really pretty and delicate. I think you're not fine.
Thanks.
It's like a wink, like he's deflecting so hard with his like issues. This is
Nice.
easier.
So what do you do, Squirrel Girl?
uh, Pietro, that Sentinel's being controlled by your dad. He's trying to manipulate you the way he's manipulating it. You he thinks by
Nice.
creating some danger, you're gonna go to his arms. But you you can't fall for it. If he wants you, he needs to talk to you, not not this theatrics. Tell him to come out.
There's a pause for a moment, and then I think Pietro does put Bucky down, and it's just like, "Shh, you right, old man? You out there? You just playing hide and go seek or whatever?" His voice like quivers a bit because he's trying to bluster like he usually does, but it's so hard in this situation.
Nice. The Sentinel stops moving, and then on a metal disc, just floating in the middle of the air, Magneto comes around, and now he's appearing in his full glory. He's got the cape, he's got the helmet. He looks super impressive, and also kind of crusty and old.
Still say you
Pietro,
look better in magenta.
son, vanquish these foes. We have more important work to do. Join me.
uh, you don't. You're not really asking me to kill them, are you? Like recoils a little. Not.
Kill them, Pietro. They know where our base is now. You brought them to our doorstep, and now they must pay the price. Make it so.
There's like a step back.
He's using his influence. He's telling you how the
Yeah.
world works, and he's going to raise your danger to 3 and drop your mundane by 1.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm gonna try and resist
do?
that. Yeah.
Okay. When you reject someone's influence, roll, and you have no conditions on you, so you get to roll just a 2d6. Good luck.
Dice are really gonna make a choice here. 7.
On a hit, you hold to yourself and tune him out. You get to choose one. Clear a condition. You don't need to. Mark potential. Or you can shift the label up and a label down, your choice. Or cancel his influence and take +1 forward against Magneto.
I'm gonna cancel this Magneto's influence and take a forward against him.
Nice. Oh, that is very, very good.
And I think I think there's a pause and he's like, I thought it would be stupid. I'm not just a weapon. I'm supposed to be your son. Eric, Dad, Charles, stupid Charles said, but I'm not doing this anymore. And he can't. He's like half making the like eye contact with his dad, half not. If
Nice.
you want this, you're gonna have to make the effort from now on, not just me. I don't believe in killing. Not anymore.
Sweet. I think just looking at time, that maybe we move to epilogues for that. What happens in reaction from Magneto is that he says, "Pitiful, you were never my son." Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah. All right.
You're good.
And the Jeep gets flattened, and then it separates into several pieces, and each of the members of the Brotherhood like step on it. He levitates them away, and then the Sentinel starts escaping, and they are out. You
Oh man, and none of the
rejected them.
Brotherhood says anything.
And Squirrel Girl, yeah, I mean Avalanche is like, I knew you were never one of us.
Oof,
Go have your bromance in your other world. And he's catty. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then he steps on the disc and floats away. And Squirrel Girl, you achieved your drive, so now you get to pick new drives. You successfully led the team in battle. You defeated the Brotherhood, drove them off. That's amazing. So let's move to end of session stuff. Remember, at the end of each session, you decide if you grew closer to the team, grew into your own image of yourself, or grew away from the team. Who needs to go first? All right, I'll just call on Danielle. Did Betty grow closer to the team, grow away from the team, or into their own image of herself?
I think grew closer to the team because we were actually bringing the team together.
Who made you feel welcome?
I think, well, Doreen was like leading us, which was great, and like didn't even kick me off the team for portaling away the scroll. Like, wait, did you just help him escape? And instead of being like, go sit down and think about that, it was just
You're
like,
a
all
timeout,
right.
Carter.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, we don't have time. Let's go. And
Nice.
so I appreciate that.
Squirrel Girl, you already have influence. You would gain influence. You already have it, so you get to shift one of Supermarine's labels up and another down. And while you're looking at those stats, I'll quickly ask Kay for Pietro. Grow closer, grow away, into your own image of yourself.
I think I'm gonna say into the own image of himself a bit. I think he, told his dad off. So I'm gonna move his danger down and his mundane up.
All right. And then last but certainly not least, Doreen, did you grow closer, grow away from the team, or into your own image of yourself?
I think I grew closer to the team, and I think the person who welcomed me was Quicksilver for listening.
Nice. Nice. Quicksilver, you would gain influence of a Squirrel Girl. You already have it, so you get to shift labels on her.
Squirrel girl. I'm gonna move your mundane down and your danger up. You are a real force to be reckoned with here. You're not just some regular cute girl. You are a powerful superhero. You can take action.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
I did
Very,
the
very
opposite
cool.
for you, Betty. With Betty, moved your danger up and your mundane down. Oh, wait,
Finally.
that's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it is the same thing. Yeah.
I like it though. I like it a lot. Awesome. So that brings that all to a close. Let's quickly close up with stars and wishes. Kay, you can give us stars, but you can't give any wishes because there's no more I can grant.
Can I give a little epilogue of where I think Pietro goes?
Yes, do that. You'll do that instead of wishes. You get to do a
Yeah,
quick
just
epilogue.
my quick little epilogue.
I like it.
Yeah, star to the absolutely wonderful, just Betty going back at the mech, and then her like butting heads with Bucky in like that really great parental way. I think I commented this in the chat, but it's very funny how superheroes really lend to parental daddy issues and how three of the four of us have them in this game. I think it's great. I loved seeing that relationship. I also love Doreen and GS, Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy, was also a fantastic relationship. It was really great to see in that moment there. I really liked how Squirrel Girl interacted with her because I think, not to say that Squirrel Girl isn't an equal to the others, but at times there's kind of a bit of like younger sister vibes that happen where we all like are a little too worried about her well-being, which is it's like, and so it was nice to see her have an ally that like treated her a bit differently, more on par, wasn't as worried about her. And I'm not saying they don't respect her, but there was like a bit more like a mutual respect kind of vibe there in a team that I really jived with, that I thought was very good. Rich, your characters are great. I love playing with you. I play in fun games set in worlds that I don't know because you are running them. And I will do it happily again 10 times out of 10. You're wonderful. I loved your Avalanche. I just loved your takes, your this, your that. I could talk for hours about it. Epilogue. I think we have this scene on the bridge, and Pietro is devastated. He knew it was the right thing to do, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. And I think he looks at the team and he's like, I'll be back, but I can't. I'm not right now. And I think he actually has a moment where he recognizes like his mental health is in a bad space. And he's like, I need to work on being able to handle this. And I think he with their kind of blessing, uh, asks Xavier if he can go back to the mansion.
Nice.
And I think he goes to the X mansion, and we just get like a really interesting scene of Pietro and Charles Xavier like playing chess together, discussing sort of Eric and how to, because they both have very complicated relationships with Eric Lencher. And yeah,
and just like for me, Easter egg is the glass chess set that he has used to play against Eric long ago when Eric was in prison.
yes.
Awesome. That is a great epilogue. Excellent. Thank you so much, Kay. So we'll swing back around to Rod and Danielle. Rod, if you want to go first, what wishes did you have for our final session next week?
Oh, for next week. I don't know. I don't know that I have any specific. I mean, I'm fine with bringing closure to Mojo or just leaving it open, where we're still doing show for him. Yeah, either ways, I'm fine. Yeah.
I never described the cameras following you around, but they for sure caught
what a
the
great
breakout
Mojo
and the big
episode.
fight.
Break out into a prison, fight on a bridge, avalanches.
I couldn't possibly have written this better.
But then I think a real addendum to my epilogue, you see the cameras trying to get into the X mansion and something like just constantly, there's something in the way that just breaks every single camera.
Like,
Polaris.
Their cute green hair.
Oh, wait, my other sister. Oh, complicated.
That's right.
I find out she exists. Oh, God.
Yep, she shows up taking out the camera and she says, "Hey, bro." Yep, that's our little teaser there. Awesome. Thank you very much, Rod. I think closure to the Mojo might be a good way to cap. So I think that's a good wish. What about you, Danielle? Any wishes?
Ooh, I think it would be fun to it would be neat to not fix things with Bucky, but like it ended with Bucky being like supportive and her being like, screw you, this is how I need to do. This is what I need to do. So like finding I really like, I guess, but that's more star. I really liked his, hey, I'm trying my best, kid. Like I'm sort of doing what your kind of dad told me to do. Was such a great line. So, and they did kind of like connect, but sort of like figuring out, I guess, kind of like closure on like, am I supposed to like shoot a big portal and go home, or like maybe I give up portaling because that's actually hurting a lot of people, so I like burn all of my tech ceremonially,
Ooh, that's an interesting kind of
like,
crisis resolution. That's really cool. I like that.
Like, do I need to blast a portal and hop through it? Like, is that what I need to do? Or maybe I give that up and hope that if somebody needs to find me, they can find me.
Okay, cool. You went last with wishes. You could go first with stars. Sorry, there's like very, very little time. So, couple of stars.
Start Pietro on that great, like, breaking the influence and taking +1 against Magneto. Beautiful job. Beautiful. Being like, I don't want to kill anymore. And just like his realization, and just like, that was great. For rolling with the dice show, I've never really seen the dice be somebody's conscience in that way before, ever. But like,
cool.
the diegetic motion there of like telling that story was really neat, and the way he rolled with that, I thought that was really great. Love Doreen. Even hopping in, like, you just like hopped right in and had a great like moment. You're chasing scrolls and getting to see her like annoyance. Like, did you just what? Did you just let this person get away? Love seeing Doreen's sassiness there. And as always, Rich, that like you said, the Bucky moment, really great. Like this just I feel awkward being a parental figure. This is kind of what you need. But like he's and he's also driving a truck. Like, listen, he's totally got dad life down. Listen, he feels awkward about emotions and he drives a truck. Like, that is absolutely a type of dad that exists out there.
He's done his research. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you dug that. Rod, any stars you wanted to throw in before we close things out?
Sure, yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to play with Betty much, Danielle, but I just love having your presence and your mech as well. I really would like to see that, go all out, robot style. Rich, thank you very much. Sorry again, I'm late, but I had a lot of
It's
fun
okay.
while I was here.
I'm glad.
And Kay, thank you. I very much enjoyed playing with you, both in this and our other game as well. And we'll miss you next week. I hope we definitely get to play again in the future. I also loved how your take on Pietro, homesick, always hitting on the cute guys as well. I don't blame you. But yeah, I just loved your take and both in this game and the other campaign. And hope we can play again later.
Sweet. Well, I really have enjoyed this. Kay, thank you for joining us and good luck at the con. I can't wait to finish this up next week with the folks that we have. The return of Alexi. That's one of my wishes is Alexi's able to join us for the finale of the full series. And with that, we'll bring this to a close. Thank you all so much.